Act 3, Scene 1, The Wood, Titania lying asleep. Enter Quince, snug bottom, flute, snout, and starveling.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Bar the lark in a parlous fear.
I believe that we should leave the killing out when all is done.
We're not a wit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. For the better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear. Yeah.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Oh, no, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Oh, masters, you might as well consider with yourself to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we most ought to look to it.
Therefore another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and then he himself must speak through it, saying thus, or to the same defect: ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble at my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar. Look to the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and then the moon may shine in at the casement. Yeah.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You could never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Oh, some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that creamy shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all's well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin, and when you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What? A play bit toward. I'll be an auditor, an actor perhaps, and if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet,
Odors, odors.
Ah, odorous, savours sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Disby dear. But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than ever played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and most lovely Jew, as true as horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man. What? You must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, as true as horse, that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous. Oh, strange. We're haunted. Pray, masters, fly. Help.
I'll follow you and I'll lead you about around through log and through bush and through the brake and through briar. And sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, and sometimes a fire. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn. And like a horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? Well, you see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
Ah, I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear that I am not afraid. The frizzled rocks and black of hut, will orange lacy bill the throstle with his note to treat, this wren with little quill,
wakes me from my flowery bed.
The fourth, the sparse and the lark, the plaining cuckoo's grey, what ice falls away, a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would let his wit so foolish a bird? Who would give bird a lie, though he cry, cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to your shape, and thy fair virtues force per force doth move me at the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Ooh, methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbours will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so nice. But if I had wit enough to get cast out of this wood, I had enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood, do not desire to go. Thou should remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. and I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace bosom, cobweb, mud, and mustard seed.
Ready, and I.
No,
Where shall we go?
Kind and courteous to this gentleman, hope in his walk and gambol in his eyes, fed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bugs steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them with the fiery glom worm's eyes, to help my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not to him elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal!
Hail!
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Ah, I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peace Blossom!
Oh, I pray you commend me to Mr. Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascard, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir?
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman in your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ever now. I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastisity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
Scene 2.
Can we now take a break?
If you need to take a break, somebody can just read your part for you. Or if
we got a couple people want to take a break.
Take 5.
5.
okay,
Fine.
take that.
Steady.
Now they're gone. Let's really get into this.
Let me rephrase that. I miss Una, not I'm miss Una.
Sorry, you can tap above to
Thank
type.
Where's Una?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, where's Una?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, is that your real name?
Not sure I understand.
Yeah.
I actually insulted Siri. Like, I put it on Australian accent and actually did a little insult thing. It actually said, "That's not very nice."
I did that, and my wife first goes, "That wasn't very nice," and then Siri says, "That wasn't very nice."
Wow, they ganged up on you.
I got 2 scoldings at the same time.
That's funny.
I know.
Oh, that's funny.
Ganged up on you.
I don't.
That's artificial
I don't
intelligence.
think-
there.
You can pick different accents with your Siri too.
Yeah.
Like I was riding somebody's car and their Siri had an Australian accent.
Yeah,
It was a
this
man.
one. This one does. It's supposed to be Australian.
Yeah. I don't know what are all. Can you get an Indian accent?
You can.
Really?
Well, we could always try, but we never know. Right?
we can try it.
Siri, where are you?
We'll help you.
Is something else I can help with?
Siri,
Yes.
good day. Right here, this one. Good day, Siri.
I think you pronounce it wrong. It's not good day. It's good day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
You know, Australian.
Yeah,
mate.
But
G'day.
it'll constantly rag you with, "I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I didn't hear that. Could you say that again?" G'day, Siri.
It's because of your Hawaiian accent.
Didn't get
that's-
that. Could you try again?
Do you hear him talk?
Yeah.
What is the definition? Read out loud the definition of billabong.
Cheap T-shirt.
Not that cheap.
Found this on the web.
Oh my God! You should have seen. It translated what I thought I said. It said, "What the f-bomb?"
F-bomb.
Well, once a jolly swagman can't buy a billabong.
I'm listening.
He's listening. Siri, read out loud the definition of billabong.
Billabong means a branch of a river forming a backwater or stagnant pool made by water flowing from the main stream during a flood.
Thanks.
Didn't know that.
Good day, billabong.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Good day, Siri.
I didn't get that.
Okay,
Try again.
I'm gonna unplug you, Siri, and throw you into a fire.
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web file. I'm gonna unplug your Siri and throw you into the fire.
It heard me. It claims naivety.
Once a jolly swagman can't
Are
buy
we
a
all-
billabong.
Are we all returned? Are we all?
Made of a boulevard tree.
It gave me a transcript. You're a F. What is the definition? Read out loud the definition of billabong, teacher.
All right.
It has a transcript.
Are we ready?
Are
I didn't see
we ready? Are we all met?
More or less. We don't
Our
have
mess,
it on yet, but
Here we
we're
go.
looking at
We're all in.
By
Okay,
moonlight.
here we are. Scene 2, another part of the wood.
I wonder if Titania be awake. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
oh, my mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a
Yeah.
crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon the Athenian stalls.
Oh no.
Were met together to rehearse a play.
Oh my no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
You froze out Jim. He's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huck disappeared.
Oh, pick it up.
Yeah.
Richard,
Yeah.
pick it up.
Oh, wait.
Somebody pick it up.
Well,
We're met together to rehearse a play intended for a great Theseus nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at the advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed upon his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated crows, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep up the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly, and at our stead, here o'er and o'er one falls, he, murderer, cries and helps from Athenian calls, their sense thus weak, lost within their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. From briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, some yielders, all things catch. I led them on in this instructed fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania.
So it came to pass that Theseus loved an ass.
All that better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
It took him sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, the force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man. Now, why you rebuke me him that loves you so? Lay breath to bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I by chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hadst slayed Lysander in his sleep, begin overshoes in blood plunged in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I will believe as soon this whole earth might be bore, and the moon may through the center creep and so displease her brother noontide with antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murder look, so dead, so grim.
Pierced to the heart with your with your stern cruelty. Yet you the murderer, look as bright as day and clear as yonder Venus in a glimmering sphere.
What is to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, God Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain him, then? Henceforth, be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true, even for my sake. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him with sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm and other do so much? And other did it, for with doubler tongue that thine, thou serpent, never other stung.
Our passion on a misprized mood, and I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for all I can tell.
Pray thee, tell me when that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or not.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some...
And for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. And now with some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Ah! Then fate o'errules that. The one man holding troth, a million fail, and confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind. And Helena of Athens, look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer. with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear. I go! Look how I go! Swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow. Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy. Yo, Robin.
Hello, Puck.
Captain of our fairy band.
Helena's here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we see the fond pageant? And Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to
Then
awake.
will two at once woo one that must leave this court alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth. O devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh? Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena! Oh, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine! Oh, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is clear and muddy, and how thou ripen show thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting grow, that pure congealed white high Taurus's snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow, and who thou hold up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss thy princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Oh spite, oh hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil in your courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and usurper praise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trend exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend the virgin, and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. Sorry. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. And if e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. And my heart to her is but guest wise sojourn. And now to Helena it has home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
What? Ah, this perish not the faith thou dost not know, lest thy peril on this side didst steer, and look when thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eyes his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein in doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found, mine ear, I take it, brought me to thy sound, but why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more angles the night than all your fiery O's and eyes of light, why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of thy confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you, these contrived to bait me with this foul derision in all the counsel that we two have shared? Thy sister's vows, the hours we have spent, when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us. Oh, is it all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices and minds have been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries molded in one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but with one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, due but to one crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I'm amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persevere, counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other. Hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make such an arrangement, but fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
Quick, come!
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Come!
Thou canst all this.
Away, you Ethiop!
No.
Seems to break loose. Take on as what you would follow, and yet come not. You are a tame man. Go!
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
What changes this? Sweet love.
Thy love, out, Tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with you.
I have your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
Greater harm than hate? Hate me. Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, gods forbid! In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest, that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love, what? Have you come by night and stolen my love heart from him?
Fine, in faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet you.
Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she had made compare between our statures. She had urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth she had prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I? You painted maple, speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes?
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower, hark, again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Say that in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you. For love, I followed him. But he had chid me hence and threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who isn't that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
Oh, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again? Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flute me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, dwarf. You minimus of hindering not grass maid. You bead. You acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf, and let her alone. Speak not of Helena, and take not her part. And thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, though thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now
Yes.
follow what you darest to try who's right, thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Ha! I follow. Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl. Yeah!
Mistress, all this coin is long of you. Nay, go no back.
I will not trust you. I not longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. I knew not that you told me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. And so far, blameless proves my enterprise. And that I am anointed in Athenians' eyes, so far as I am glad it so did sort. And this jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon, with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one comes not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometimes frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometimes rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brow death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye. With liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eyes release. From monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Oh, my very lord, this must be done with me. Before night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger. Oh, at these approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home in churchyards, damned spirits all. And already in their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest day should look their shames upon. They willfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with the black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort.
Yes.
I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune's with fair blessed beams, turn into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay, we must effect this business yet ere day.
Yes, yes. Up and down, up and down. We will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be there straight.
Follow me then, to plainer ground. Oh, Lysander, speak again. Thou runnest, coward, art thou fled? Speak thou from some bush, and where dost thou hide thy head? Go, coward! Thou bragging against the stars, telling the bushes that thou art look at for the wars, and will not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, and I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on me. Yea, art thou there? Follow me, no voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou near? Obey me, if thou darest, for well I wot thou runst before me, shifting every place, and darest not, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now? Oh, over here, come hither, I am here. Oh, nay then, thou mockest me. Oh, thou shalt buy this dear, if ever thy face I should daylight see. Now, go thy way. Faintless constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look thou be visited.
Oh, weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hours. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more, and two half kinds make up four. Oh, here she comes. Oh, cursed and sad, Cupid is a neighbor's lad, and thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, be David with the dew and torn with briars. I cannot farther crow, no farther go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens, cheer Lysander, if they meant a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I will fly to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the night, in the sight of all the former ladies' eye. And the country proverb known by every man should take his own. And your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Act 4, Scene 1, the same. Lysander, Demetrius, Helena and Hermia, lying asleep. Enter Titania and Bottom, peas blossom, cobweb moth, mustard seed, and other fairies attending, Oberon behind unseen.